The air smells really nice today. I don't know if you heard what I said, but I said the air smells really nice today. Um, okay, I just want to rant today. I feel like just ranting today, but it's not really a rant in terms of complaining. It's just taking a look at certain things in life. 2025. This is history. I don't know if anybody will ever see this in the space-time continuum, but it's 2025 right now, man. So you in the future, I don't know how old you is, bro. But yeah, 2025, man. But what I wanted to rant about was, hold on. The mind, it makes up things in order for you to, the mind doesn't have any motive of its own, but it will make a goal in your mind. You made a goal in your mind. But the mind will keep facilitating that goal in terms of a desire. It will keep poking you and stabbing you with it, and then you'll make the interpretation that you need to achieve that goal in order to be fulfilled. But the reality of the situation is nothing ever needs to happen for anything to ever be complete. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but this idea that you need to get to some place in order for something to be realized or complete just doesn't exist. This idea that there's a better place than now doesn't exist. This is a creation that if I get to this level, then I'll be complete. That if I do this thing, then I'll be complete. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as if I get this, then I'll be complete. But let's take a look at this very basic fundamental aspect of the human being, which it's the body and the ego mind. It wants to survive. So survival is one thing. So making sure, like, I'm well fed, my survival is well taken care of. But if it wasn't well taken care of, this whole idea about like what life is and the needing to be fulfilled, or this, that, and the third, wouldn't arise in my mind. My main priority would be just focusing on survival. That's it. That's why back in the day, they didn't have much time to worry about having mental health problems, because these guys just tried to survive all the time. So probably their mental clarity was better, because they didn't occupy their mind with a bunch of bullshit and they're like, what should I do with my life? Because they had to work, all they had to really focus on was survival. So it was one thing. So the peace level was probably stronger. They were physically stronger, mentally stronger. If you live in America now, I'm not gonna say your life is hard. Your life is easy. Your life is easy, especially for the average person. But that easiness makes you confused. That's just the reality of the situation in 2025. Life has actually finally started. Survival is gone. Here comes life. You know what I'm saying? Mind will make up many things of many suggestions, and you'll make interpretations in the mind that you need to do this thing to be fulfilled, and it doesn't exist. So that's why you sit in silence. That's why Jesus goes up into the mountain and sits in silence with his Father. He shuts the door, because that's the only fulfillment that you'll ever truly get. Everything else is just a game and it won't fulfill you. It'll be added onto you, but it will not fulfill you. Now I'm gonna segue into something a little bit more surface level. It's about goals and stuff. If you don't need any goal to be fulfilled, then what do? What I see in this day and age is that, like, internet is the king. Internet is the king. It's the king of the money. It's the king of survival now. Nowadays, going to work a job or building a tree or doing something, this, that, and the third, is taken all by machines. Machines take those jobs. Like, that's why, like, being a cashier, being a fast food worker, a warehouse worker, some shit where it requires like manual labor is dying, and you won't get paid enough. And it seems now in this day and age, and it's just a reality, that the internet is the way to survive now. Like, this is the way you survive. This is the new survival mechanism. At first, it used to be, let me go hunt. Let me go hunt and gather trees and shit. Hunter gatherers. I don't fucking know, right? I don't fucking know. But like hunting and gathering, getting food, getting supplies, cooking it, very simple, old-fashioned lifestyle. That doesn't exist anymore. The machines do all the work now. You have people who do the work now, and they can do it in bulk because they have machines. And that's just what it is. So survival to a large aspect in America, in first world countries, is taken care of. So the way to survive now is the internet. You have to make an internet presence on some degree. And how strong your internet presence is, how many places you've seen, basically how well you can survive and thrive. The internet is the money now. You have to make money with the internet. You can do many things. And I see these, because I'm part of this Gen Z, the streamers, the internet, the streamers, the YouTubers, the internet personalities. These guys, they have no talent at all. I don't want to say they have completely no talent, but most of them are talentless. Most of them are talentless, and it's just some shit you would do with your friends, where you're in a group of friends and you're cracking fucking jokes and y'all are laughing and shit. That's what these internet people are. These internet, not people, these internet influencers. They have no talent, but people find it entertaining, just like the way you would find it entertaining when you and your friends are at the lunch table, or at the park, or at the courts, and y'all are cracking jokes and playing games. Y'all find that entertaining. So too do the viewers find it entertaining to watch people do that as well, because it feels relatable. It feels like they're there, but they're not. It's a parasocial relationship. It's really weird. But these guys make 300,000, 400,000, $500,000, however. Even if you're like a mid-tier, low tier, you're still making 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 a month. The big boys make millions a month, $500,000 a month, just on one aspect. They have a YouTube, they have a Twitch, they have a TikTok. I don't know. They have brand deals and shit like that. They make a shit ton of money, bro, and they have no talent, really. They have no talent, no more than you have talent. You can do what they do. You can think of an idea, and I think what they mastered, though, is the art of not giving a fuck what other people think, which is a skill set. So they do things to make themselves look like goofballs and really goofy and dumb, but it gets them paid. So if you can master the art of making yourself look dumb, inventing a certain character and playing that character, then you will succeed in the content world, and pushing it out in bulk in short form clips, translating that short form audience into your streams. It's a tried and true business method, or whatever the fuck. And what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say the more creative and crazy your character. Like, look at Jinxie, look at Speed, look at Aiden Ross, look at Neon, look at Lacey, all the FaZe guys, Max, XQC. I can name a bunch of content creators. Kai Cenat. These guys are characters. They're over-exaggerated versions of themselves online. Some shit you would do in your friend group when you're just cracking jokes is what they are. Their life is this, and it's become so real to them. So you basically have to invent a character that's funny, entertaining, and push it out in short form content. Grow an audience, bring it to live stream. And that's basically how the tried and true method, bro. That's basically the tried and true fucking method. The only talent you need and skill you need is you need to get over the fear of not being judged. And once you get over that fear, invent a very goofy character and portray that character. Just like an acting role, you prepare for an acting role, you make this character your life until it becomes real. And that's basically that shit I wanted to talk about. Because I'm contemplating on whether or not I should do it, but I'm not 100% locked in. But it's fluctuating in my mind. It's there. It's a reality. I can make it happen if I want to. But I don't know if I want to is the question. But I can do it. I can go the path. Like I can, and it won't take long. In a month's time, you can gain a small audience, and then in 2 months' time, the audience can triple, quadruple. And your first big collab, I mean, it's fucking over now. You're posted everywhere. It's funny. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.